Do you call him daddy? Do I call her daddy? Call her daddy.
Happy No Nut November, everybody.
Oh.
I mean, that doesn't apply to us, right? We can still masturbate.
Unless you refer to your orgasm as a nut, I'm pretty sure women can still participate.
Okay, so we're good. Okay, so guys, we're back at it again. Alex and Sophia, call her daddy. What is
Yes.
up, guys?
Wow.
Happy Wednesday.
I need to go home for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
My mom thinks that I have lost it. I'm
Yeah.
sure if you guys have heard the podcast, you could see how parents would be a little bit concerned. My mother has lost her mind thinking that I am so far gone.
Yeah.
She told me the other day that she knows that Alex and I will be approached to do a porno. That's
Wait.
fine.
Okay.
That's fine. She said we would be approached.
Okay.
But it's what followed up that concerned me. She said, you know what? You girls might get offered like $1 million, and I'm sure you guys have contemplated doing it. I'm sure you guys have contemplated doing it.
Wow.
Mom, and then this is what else she said. She said, how is a porno that different than what you girls are doing now?
I don't know. I just have this weird feeling that seeing a dick going in and out of your daughter's vagina may be a little bit different than
Maybe
her just
a-
describing
maybe
like
a teeny
ooh,
bit.
like a dry hand job or like the occasional like, hey,
Right.
let's go. No.
No, and that's how I know my mom's lost it. She full-blown thinks that we are going to do a porno.
Okay, well, my parents literally were so casually trying to be like, we're not going to go to like the big family Thanksgiving this year. We're going to keep it small. And I knew goddamn well I want to be like, Mom, Dad, we're not going to the family Thanksgiving because your daughter has ruined the Cooper family name because I talk about dick for a living now. So you're welcome, Mom and Dad.
Happy Thanksgiving. Let's
Happy
split the
Thanksgiving.
turkey.
So fuck us. All right, moving
Amazing.
story. All right, so last week we talked about profiles. I mean, the past 2 weeks we've talked about DM profiles and your
Right.
Instagram, whatever. We have a couple comments that we want to make regarding those profiles
Yeah.
because we have a lot going on. All right.
Yes.
First and foremost, we've had guys DM us being like, "Holy shit, I hear you about the solo shots," but at the same time,
I think that we
Yeah.
made a little bit of a mistake
We
there.
did.
When
We
we
did.
said solo shot, we just meant, first of all, you can't have a lot of them.
no.
They have to be few and far between.
Yeah.
Also, they can't look forced.
Yeah, guys, listen. If you go on vacation, if you go to Paris, if you go to even the beach, like it is totally acceptable to pose and have someone take a picture of you
Right.
when you're out exploring the world.
Mm-hmm.
If you live in New York City and you are posting up against a blank wall with your 1 foot up on the wall,
Yeah.
looking to the left,
If-
and
if
your
it-
caption is
Right.
like,
If it looks
"Love
like
this
someone
Sunday."
gave you direction,
Absolutely
that's
not.
when it's a no.
So we apologize to clarify. You can have a few solo shots.
And also please do, because some of the
Yeah.
profiles that we went and looked at, we'll get into that in
Yeah.
a second, but like we went and looked at some of your profiles and there were times where I was like, who the hell are we looking at?
You have to have
need
a
to have
solo,
some.
or even if it's like a picture with like your mom or like at least a dog or something, just to like differentiate between you and all of your group photos.
Right.
So we apologize for that, guys. Make
Yes.
sure that you have some type of solo picture. It just can't look like a Fashion Nova ad.
Exactly.
Like,
It needs
you are
to
not a
look
girl.
organic, not forced,
Right.
natural, and you can't have too many.
Number one question we've had from some guys is like, what do I do if I'm balding? This is not something to be super self-conscious about.
Not at all.
And like we're
Not
pretty
at all.
with it girls, and I'm like, no, babe.
No.
You shave your head
Yeah.
and you move on with your life.
Yeah, especially if you're balding, don't look like you're holding on for dear life.
Nope.
No.
Don't have the comb over with
No.
4 pieces of hair to the right, and
No.
you're like, still got that hair, baby.
Do you know how many hot guys I know that are bald?
Oh my God.
It doesn't change anything. Shave
Victor-
it the fuck off.
Who's the
Grow
Victoria's
up.
Secret models?
Rosie Huntington
Yeah.
Whiteley.
Oh my God, her husband is
So hot.
Also, I have hooked up with bald guys before,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you're so fucking hot.
Yeah.
Like, you guys have to not overthink it. Also, going into, let's talk about beards.
I think every girl will agree scruff is so hot.
I mean, I think almost most of the guys I hook up with, they always have scruff.
Yeah.
I prefer scruff.
Me
a
too.
beard. I think, but also, if you can't grow facial hair, don't have facial hair. But we're just saying, if you can grow a beard, grow a beard.
Okay, this is also reminding me of tattoos because I know some people have written in about that as well.
Oh my God. Okay. I think most of the guys, I think like one or two guys I've ever hooked up with haven't had them, but almost every other guy I've ever hooked up with has tattoos. Like, I am so into tattoos, but I think that's almost another thing. Like, don't force it if it's not your thing.
Yeah,
you know
I think it can be really hot, but it's not one of those things that I'm like, oh my God, like, unless he has tattoos, I'm not into it.
Well, no, the guy that you once hooked up with.
That was a little too much. I remember I was hooking up with this guy that was tatted up from head to toe. Like, I remember his entire ass was covered in tattoos, and it was a little bit terrifying.
Freak me out. Like, if he's naked, I'm like, oh, yeah. I don't know. So,
Alex. Oh. You could not pull off a tattoo.
Oh my God.
And I couldn't either. I really couldn't.
Like, the guy I've been talking to for almost 3 years, I probably keep coming back to him because I think he's so hot because he has like a full sleeve tattoo and he can rock it because he's like a little tan. Yeah. Looks great. Me with a full sleeve tattoo? No. Good night. Goodbye. No. I'm cutting myself
If you
off.
have super fair skin and light blonde hair, I think it makes it a little bit harder.
I agree with that.
Maybe we don't need to get into that.
I think the whole thing about tattoos is like, just make sure, like my brother couldn't pull off the tattoo. There are just people that can pull off tattoos. Right. So guys asking about the beards and the tattoos, you gotta just know your style, know yourself, and if you can pull it off or not. So let us just transition into the lovely topic, the universal topic of nudes. Woo! Okay, so Sophia and I were talking about, there is a few things about nudes that we have been asked. First of all, guys are wondering, when is the appropriate time to ask for nudes and how do I go about it? And girls are asking us, hey guys, when should I send a nude? When is the appropriate time to send a nude? So we've got a couple thoughts about this.
Yeah.
We've always got a couple thoughts about things. So first of all, let's talk about guys. Guys asking for nudes. Now, Sophia and I were talking about this because, listen, it needs to be subtle, guys. You can't straight up be like, hey, let me see that ass shot. Let me see the titty.
Oh my God.
No fucking shot, guys.
No, if a guy came at me with that, it's done.
Good night, goodbye, block.
It's done.
So this is the best way, guys, I think personally, to ask for nudes indirectly. You want her to believe that you're interested in something other than her tits and her ass and her pussy. So
make her believe.
Make her believe. So what you're going to do, guys, is when you start talking to her, you're going to ask her for that beloved selfie. Hey, babe, I just want to see your face. I love that face. Send me that face. Send me a pic of your face, selfie, whatever.
Yeah.
And you make her believe, like, Jesus Christ. You make her believe that you really just want to see her face. Tell her how much you love her face.
Make her believe you care.
And listen, as a girl in your mind, we will send you a selfie because we're like, oh my God, he wants to see my face. He wants to see that, whatever. And then once we've sent you a selfie, and you ask for it a couple more times. Yeah. Girls subconsciously, because I am a 100%
sucker for this.
I am. Absolutely. Once he's like the third time, like, babe, let me see that face, like send me a selfie. I naturally, as a woman, want to top my last selfie. And therefore, maybe my third selfie, I don't know.
A little cleavage.
Yeah, maybe there's a little cleavage.
Yeah.
And then the fourth one, there I am with an ass shot in the mirror, and holy shit, he thought he was getting a fucking face pic, and you see my goddamn thong in my ass.
I want to emphasize you need to leave a certain amount of time from when you ask for the selfie of her face to the nude. Because I've had guys that are like, oh my God, let me see that face. And 2 seconds later, they're like, let me see that ass.
Like,
and I'm like,
more.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Also, I want to bring this up because it kind of depends what guy you're dealing with, all right? Especially older men. I know from experience that I've kind of mentioned sending a nude. Yeah. And I've maybe sent one of like my tits or my ass, and the guy will literally go, oh my God, so cute.
So cute. Tits.
And then I'm a little taken aback. I'm like, oh, cute. I didn't know that my tits exposed were a cute phenomenon. I thought maybe,
sexy. I want to fuck that.
Exactly.
No. Cute.
And sometimes if you're fucking with a real savage, he might be like, okay, your tits are cute, but what about the video of you bent over with a toy in your ass and your fingers going in and out of your vagina? Hi. And then you're really like thrown for a loop. You're like what type of nude am I supposed to be doing?
I didn't know I was supposed to be getting it in the ass by myself over here in my bed, and you wanted that. Yes. So
you know what I mean?
Talked about, okay, well, a perfect example. We were talking about this. I was talking to an older guy, and I was joking around with him, and I was like, oh, well, I was going to send you a nude. And he looked at me like I said I was going to like kill someone. He was like, why would you do that? And I was like, and he's like,
sweetie, why would you disrespect yourself like that?
I'm like, I don't know. I just wanted to fucking degrade myself. So you thought I was hot and you'd want to fuck me. I don't know. So I'm like, okay.
Immature, Alex.
Right.
Immature.
Oh my God. How dare I try to send a fucking video of my pussy.
So you just need to know what crowd you're working with. Evaluate the crowd.
So moral of the story is I'm thinking the crowd listening to this, guys, just be so subtle and don't force it, because if you keep asking her for selfies, naturally girls, if they have any bit of nasty in them, they will end up sending you a nude because they're going to want to top the selfie over the body shot to the nude. Now girls, let's talk about when is it appropriate to send a nude. Sophia and I have talked about this a lot, and of course every situation is different, but I think the general consensus is the best time to hit them with a nude is when they least expect it.
That's when it's going to be the sexiest, is when a guy had no clue that it was coming his way and he literally opens up his phone and you have sent him a nude.
Exactly. If you've sent him selfies, if you've been playing that game and then out of nowhere, you haven't talked for like 2 hours and you send him that ass shot, you send him the video of you with the vibrator and the V, and it's like, and
when you catch him off guard, that's when it's going to be the sexiest.
So hot.
Also, I want to talk about the face in the nude. We're in a time where you should never be putting your face in a nude. People can hack into anything. And you know what? I only think this is a blessing in disguise. I was talking to Alex about it, and I'm like, when you have to worry about your body looking hot, that's one thing. When you also have to, factor in your face, it's like, do you like, oh my God, I've seen, my guy friends have shown me nudes, and there have been girls that are doing the duck face.
Oh my God.
With their tits in it, and I'm like,
what? Full blown, like, smiling. You're on like the yearbook photo, and you're like, hi, like tits, and then a smile, like a full blown family portrait smile.
It's so not cute at all. I'm like, should I throw up like the double peace sign and smile with like my tits in there?
Put the peace sign next to your V. It's like VV baby.
Can you imagine?
Hey, so it's like, no, listen, girls, I think the best thing, I always think the best thing also, if you're gonna do anything with the face, just have your phone almost covering your facial expression so they can see your hair, and like,
and it just makes it easier.
But that's just so awkward when a girl's like full blown like, hi, I love my family and I go to Christian mass every Sunday, and you can see me smiling, but also you can see my full blown vagina.
I don't know what's worse, smiling in a nude or duck face in a nude. But then also when you're doing the sexy face and you're like, you look so try hard.
Yeah, like you're having an orgasm by yourself in your bathroom, and like you're about to go out with your family to dinner. Just cut it the fuck out, girls. So guys, moral of the story is make sure you plan your nudes. Just be so subtle about it, because eventually it will come. Yeah. Everyone is a naturally horny motherfucker. Right. Remember that. Girls are horny, guys are horny, and if you're asking for pictures, everyone really knows where this is leading. It's more so just a matter of when and where. And it's all about taking your time.
And also what kind of nude, because you might come across a nasty motherfucker who doesn't care about tits or ass. He wants full vagina, lips spread open. Okay, goodbye.
Goodbye. Moving. Well, I was gonna say, don't get uncomfortable, Sophia, because we're moving into a very nice topic. Sophia, let's talk about faking orgasms. Oh, it's the time.
Oh my God. It's guys, this is really going to hurt some egos.
I want to talk about this, and every single man listening right now on your commute to work, while you're working out, whatever you're doing, and you're about to X out because you're like, oh, I'm not about to listen to that.
Right.
Strap yourself up, bitch boy, and don't fucking fast forward, because if you're a real man, you're about to listen to this shit, because we're giving it as it is. We're telling you,
we're going to tell you how it is, and we're also going to help you out.
So A couple months ago, I was talking to my best guy friend who is an absolute savage. He fucks everything. He fucks younger girls. He fucks MILFs. He's disgusting. But when I gave it to him straight and I said, listen to me when I tell you, out of 10 girls that you have fucked, I am going to say 8 of them faked an O.
I'm sorry, Alex. I would sadly say 9.5 have faked an O out of the 10. That's how fucked up it's gotten.
It is. And you know his response? He literally, when I was telling this to him, guys, he goes, stop, Cooper, stop. He's covering his ears. He's like, don't tell me. No. He is so upset. He's like, I can't listen to this because my ego can't take it. There's no way every girl's faking, you know? And I'm like, I love you to death. I bet your stroke game is so fucking on point, but it doesn't matter because we're faking it.
And the thing is, guys, you guys can stick your dick in a couch cushion and come. It doesn't work that way for girls, okay?
It doesn't at all.
The reason that this whole thing was brought up, Alex, I'm so sorry. I'm going to expose one of our really good friends right now. I have to do it.
All right.
Our friend called us.
He's a guy.
He's a guy.
We love you. He listens to the podcast.
We love you, but we just need to expose this whole thing. He's talking to us about a girl that he hooked up with, and he says the sex must have been amazing because the girl came 4 times. The girl came 4 times. Ha ha. That's not a fucking thing. Okay?
This is the thing, guys. And I feel so fucked up for saying this. And I feel bad for guys that have ever said this because trust issues are about to happen. If a guy comes at you and says that he made a girl come 4 times, naturally guys are like, oh, damn, fuck yeah, he fucked. Oh. Meanwhile, girls are like, she didn't come once, and that was the worst sex of her life.
Yes, the liar. Worst. I would rather hear from a guy, oh my God, this girl had one amazing, incredible orgasm, because the moment I hear you say 4 times, I'm like, liar. This girl was lying through her teeth while she was fucking you.
Listen, folks.
Maybe I would say 1 out of 100 girls comes 4 times, especially on a one-night stand situation.
Absolutely. Guys, listen, it is quality over quantity, which Sophia and I have said. It's like, I feel bad for the guys that are like, my stroke game. It's almost impossible to make a girl come 4 times. So like we've said, you guys can, and okay, here we go. It is so easy for guys to come, so I don't want guys to think we're shitting on all of you. Like, we're not saying you're fucking her wrong. It's just really hard for girls to come. That is, so you may be fucking her great. However, I would just want to say, every single girl has been there. Girls, we've been laying there. It may be the best sex ever. It may be the worst sex ever.
And don't you think that we should say something that girls don't necessarily have to come for the sex to be amazing? Okay?
Yeah.
Sex can be great without an orgasm.
Yes.
Okay.
So every single girl has been there. And it's the sad truth, but it's the truth. There is a point where a woman decides, I'm not going to be able to come. I can't orgasm. So all of us have been there when you mentally decide, I'm about to have to fake this orgasm.
Right.
And it's so, I think, second nature for all of us at this point. It's not even hard. Some fake it better than others. But so there is a point where you decide, you're like, all right, without directly telling him that he needs to hurry up, you're going to tell him that you're about to come.
Right.
And so you're going to do the whole, oh my God, babe, I'm about to come. And what happens is you're trying to basically get him to come with you.
Right. Because once a girl says, oh my God, babe, like I'm about to come, it gives the guy the okay that he can come.
Absolutely.
Because any gentleman out there will hold off until the girl has finished.
Absolutely.
And also, at the same time, that's pretty much one of the hottest things during sex for a guy is watching the girl come from his penis. Okay.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So the worst goddamn thing, girls, is when you're like, I'm about to fake this O. It's going to be the best thing ever. He's going to come with me. It's going to end. We can move forward. We can go get food. And you fake your goddamn O. You're like, here we go, baby. You fake the O. And you look up at him and he doesn't fucking come with you. And you're like, no fucking way. I just faked the moaning. I grabbed the sheets. I grabbed him. Everything. You fake your O, and the goddamn guy doesn't fucking come.
So Alex, at this point, we do something very creative, and this might really crush guys around the world everywhere.
Well, first of all, this is exactly where the whole I just came 4 times thing happens. We're going for round 2, ladies.
Yeah, I mean, you have to fake another one.
Woo!
But
Here we
this
go.
one is going to be a little bit different.
Oh, it's absolutely going to be different because you're going to include him.
This is what you're going to do, ladies. You obviously have to space it out so your second orgasm doesn't look fake as shit.
Right.
You can't just be like, oh my God, I'm going to come again 2 seconds later.
Here we go, babe. Woo!
So what you're going to do is you are going to include the guy in this orgasm because you're pretty much telling him that he's gonna come with you, okay? Because it's sexy, it's you coming still, and it's pretty much in a roundabout way without directly telling him he's gonna come.
Absolutely.
Because I think a lot of guys get freaked out if you're like, are you gonna come?
Yes.
So this is what you do.
Ladies, okay. You're going to look at him, you're going to look up at him, and you're going to start to fake your O again. Here we go. But this time, instead of saying, babe, I'm going to come, you're going to look up at him and you're going to say, oh my God, baby, I'm going to come again, and I want you to come with me. When you tell them you want them to come with you, a guy is like, no shit. At the same time, that shit's hot as fuck.
Exactly.
Yes, babe, let's go.
Yes, it's like you try to do it in unison. You're like
synchronized swimming.
You're like, okay, and 5, 6, 7, 8, and come.
Come on, let's go. 1, 2, here we go. 1, 2, let's go. Here we go, babe. Why aren't you coming? I'm coming, but I'm not.
Let's come and let's go.
It's imperative that you come with me. Why aren't you coming? And when they don't come, you're literally looking at them and you're like, why? I have now faked my second O, and you are dry as fuck. And I, at this point, am also dry as fuck. But I'm trying to fake that I am fucking coming, and you're not working with me. And that is the worst. No, seriously, is there anything worse when you, as a woman, make your biggest attempt?
Oh my God, how many times have you been there, Alex? And you do the whole like synchronized coming, and then it's like done, and you're like, did you come? And he's like, nope. And you're like, okay,
I'm gonna actually go fuck myself now because I pulled out all the stops and you are not fucking coming.
No, and then you're like, oh my God, I have to somehow fake a third believable orgasm.
No.
This is so fucked up now that we're talking about it.
It's the goddamn truth. So now comes the third one, and I think this is when we're going to tell girls, breaking it down. We are the most hypocritical fucking podcast out there because at one point we're like, honestly, leave him if he can't make you O, and now we're about to be like, so girls, this is the exact way of how to fake an O.
I think we can say it really quickly.
It's so easy,
There's a couple things.
Well, first of all, fuck the whole porn. If you start screaming bloody murder, oh my God, it's not believable. If he pulls out
like
in a second and stares at you and he's like, why are you screaming? And you,
especially if he like sticks it in for 2 seconds and you're like, oh my God, I'm coming.
No.
There's some super simple things.
Yeah.
Number 1, you're going to tense up your entire body.
Yes.
Number 2, you're going to clench your vagina.
Yes.
Number 3, don't just start screaming out of nowhere. You're going to start heavily breathing, make it seem natural. Your breath is going to get a little bit heavier. You're going to start moaning a little bit louder, and then you can be loud, but not like bloody murder screaming loud.
Like grab his thigh.
Unless that's a real orgasm from you, then you go, girl.
You go, girl. But if it's not, then fuck that shit.
Yeah.
Grab his thigh, grab the sheets, kind of like, don't throw your head back like you just got like jolted on a roller coaster. Like ease that shit back. Like, you know, make it believable, but also ease into it. And then as it's about to happen, you guys, you need to be like out of breath. Every guy, all they want to do is see you come. So if you can try to make them believe, guys think it's the coolest thing if you can come together.
This is so fucked up, but yes, this is all true.
Oh my God. There are trust issues coming from this podcast.
I want to come in and interject because I don't want guys to feel discouraged and be like, every girl I'm hooking up with is faking it. No. Guys, if you listen to Alex and I on this podcast, we are going to give you every way to make sure that she's not faking it.
Yeah.
Number 1, okay, the cooch gobbler, aka eating her out.
Yeah.
if you are making sure that you're being attentive to her clit with your mouth, with your fingers, etc., before you get into the sex, your likelihood of making her come goes up tenfold.
Yeah,
this
guys,
is seriously important.
You have to understand, like, for a girl, foreplay is so important.
Right.
Because, guys, you love getting your dick sucked. Okay, great. Well, girls love to get eaten out because we need a certain amount of time to get in the mood. We need to be mentally and physically stimulated in order to get there. Where guys, like we said, you can stick your dick in a couch cushion and you can come.
Right.
We need a lot more than that.
So you need to take care of her clit before.
For sure.
And then you cannot neglect her clit after. During sex, you still need to keep her clit stimulated the whole time.
I think this is one of the biggest issues with sex. Don't you feel like some guys, they think they kill the game. They're down on your pussy. They're like, ooh, I just ate her out. I killed it. And then you guys start fucking. And he literally forgets you even have a clit. He just thinks he can fuck you and then you're going to come. It's like, you have to understand, guys, like, it needs to be stimulated the entire time.
Whether you're using your hand, girls, you can use your own hand, or guys can use theirs. I think one of the best ways to do it is girls get on top because that way you're in control. You can rub your clit on his stomach when you're humping him. That's another thing. I know a lot of girls think they're supposed to just like bounce up and down. No. You need to like go back and forth, rocking chair style.
Rub yourself on him.
Yeah.
Yes. There you go.
Rocking
Listen,
chair
girls,
style.
going up and down should only be happening when you're getting your squats in that day, which one of my exes like to say. Get your squats in, baby.
We're all sexually aroused in this room right now.
We are. Don't you get your squats in? You literally should be squatting and then you're going up and down. Don't just be like going up and down with your knees on the bed. You should be feet on the bed squatting. And if you're not doing that, that doesn't stimulate your clit.
I think when girls are on top, they really need to focus on like humping, going back and forth, as opposed to up and down.
And I think one of my biggest, I would suggest, girls, I think guys also think this is hot, but fuck that, because this is what will help you. If you guys are on top, use your fucking fingers because you know what you like best and help your clit out for yourself. And guys are going to think that's so hot if you lean back, you're on top, you're touching your clit. He's going to be like, oh my God, this is so fucking hot. And then what I usually do, because I think guys appreciate it, is you get in your rhythm and you take his hand
and put it on your
there
clit.
so he understands where to go and exactly what motion to do. And that helps him out understand what you want. And then you're also getting what you want. So you're good.
Okay, this is one of the hottest things you can do if you're a guy, is if you like grab her hips while she's on top of you and you kind of force her down onto you and kind of like rock her back and forth, and you're pretty much forcing her to like rub her clit on you. I'm sweating.
Like you're literally moving her back and forth, like shifting her back and forth.
Yes, thank you for showing us
that. And girls will be like, oh my God, and her clit's gonna be activated because it's on you.
Great.
Boom. Unbelievable. Tips from the Call Her Daddy girls yet again. No, this is not Pornhub. Okay, so that's just like a couple things about the clit that we... Also, by the way, guys, just little side note. Please, dear God, for all that is holy and all of our clits, cut your goddamn fingernails if you're going to go down south on a woman.
Clit sensitivity. I don't even know why we should have to throw this in here at this point, but listen, guys,
like, clits are like this like magical creature, guys. They don't understand it.
I'm not, an expert in anatomy. I just know there's a million, I'm not even going to say a million, a lot of nerve endings in your clit. Don't be overly gentle, but err more on the gentle side than going in there like pinching, biting. No.
When I see people DM us being like, this guy bit my clit, I'm already checking myself into the hospital. I'm like, what do you mean he bit your clit?
Guys, just be careful. That's all we have to say.
Yeah, just be sensitive. And I think this is another thing, like, ask the girl, babe, do you like that? How does that feel? It's like, imagine when a girl's giving you head, if she looks up at you and you're like, she's like, babe, do you like that? It's the same thing for a girl. Girls also have reached out to us being like, how do I articulate to a guy like what I want in the bedroom?
Speak up. They think it's so hot.
It's so fucking hot. Guys think it's so hot when you're like, babe, I want you to do this to me. Because at the end of the day, all he wants to do is please you.
Right.
You know what I mean? So girls, get after it. Guys, get after it. And just...
let's all get after it. Except those in No Nut November, you can't.
Woo! Okay. All right. Now it's time to talk about threesomes. So first of all, with threesomes, I just want to say there is a culture of threesomes that we want to talk about. I think a lot of girls aren't into them, specifically because if you're talking about it with their husband or their boyfriend, they can get jealous. Or also sometimes girls just have this connotation in their mind that, oh my God, threesomes are so nasty and I don't want to be known as doing a threesome. Guys on the opposite spectrum of threesomes, this is, I think, almost every man's ultimate fantasy.
Right.
We want to just put it out there that Call Her Daddy approves of the right kind of threesome.
We are a judgment-free zone.
We really are. So I want to put you guys in a little situation because we're going to get into the whole threesome situation if you're in a relationship or you're married. But first, we want to just dive into threesomes as if we're talking about two girls and one guy. Girls, let's put yourself in this situation. You and your girlfriend, you're just trying to get after it. You want to try a threesome. I think, Sophia, you and I can both agree. Mm-hmm. Every girl has a little bit of lesbian in them.
Yeah, I think girls have thought about it.
Absolutely. What did we talk about the other day? The porn?
Porn. I've heard that the number one watched porn for girls is girl-on-girl porn. Absolutely. I think there's a number of reasons. I think because a lot of porn is geared towards guys, so it kind of freaks girls out. But also, who knows a vagina better than a girl?
Absolutely.
Right?
So, girls, listen. If you and a friend, you want to pick a guy and just go for it. And don't worry about the guy. You have to understand every single living male organism is going to say yes to a threesome with you and your friend. So say there's a guy that's out of your league. Say he's a 10 and you may be a 7 and your friend's a 7. Let me give you a couple numbers here, girls. If you're a 7
some simple math.
If you're a 7 and your friend is a 7, 7 plus 7 equals 14. He's a 10. Boom, it's done. Now you're out of his league. Now you're his fantasy. And now you're about to be his best story to his guy friends. Goodbye, done. Best threesome in the game.
There's no way a 10 is going to turn down a 14. It's just not possible.
7 plus 7, baby. So girls, get after it. I don't think there's anything wrong with threesomes. People have this weird thing about it.
No, I think with threesomes, I think what's really important is what happens during and after the threesome.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
You know what I mean?
Well, because you and I have talked about
it. It keeps sounding like you're about to be like, you and I have done a
So
threesome.
me and Sophia are about to go do something. No. Okay. So basically, we understand there are some people in relationships that would never try this, but we are just putting it out there that adding a third person to the bedroom can be an awesome addition.
Right. It can really, really spice things up.
If done right.
This is going to sound fucked up, and I don't think a lot of podcasts would say this, but if you are the woman in the relationship and you're feeling a little bit insecure and intimidated and scared, pick a bitch that's uglier than you.
Boom.
Done. I said it. Very simple.
It is.
If you're an 8, grab like a 6. And you know what we say about 5s and 6s? She'll be a nastier bitch in bed, okay?
She'll get on your man's dick and leave.
On. You don't want to do a threesome with some 10 who wants you to cater to her.
Unless you're super confident and you want that 10 to come in because you know she's super skilled in bedroom to teach you and your man shit. Right. And then when she leaves, you guys can carry that on to your next sex escapade without her. Boom.
I personally think maybe I'd
You're going to go for the 2?
Maybe. No, I was thinking I don't know if I'd rather like a Megan Fox situation or if I want like a real freak who's like a 6.
I mean, I think if you're
they're both fun.
I think if you're going to try the threesome out, go for both and see which is your cup of tea.
Honestly, just try them both out. Anyways, go foursome. That's what we're trying to say. Fuck a threesome. It's all about the foursome these days.
Okay.
Anyways.
So, Sophia, let's talk about threesome etiquette.
Okay.
So, if you and your man want to bring a girl into the bedroom.
This is so fucking important, you guys. If your girl decides that she wants to try out a threesome, you better act like she is Queen Elizabeth.
Wait, before this goes on,
what?
Make sure we let the guy know you really should never be the one to ask for a threesome.
Oh, right.
Let your girl bring it up because do not be like, babe, I want to try a threesome. She's
Yeah.
going to fucking punch you in the face.
I remember a guy asked us, like, what's the best way to approach it? Men, I think all you can do is express that you think it's hot, but you can never ask for it.
It's got to be
ever.
the girl. Yes.
Yes.
So
I think during the threesome,
Yeah.
I'm not an expert, but I'm pretty positive that you need to make sure that your girlfriend or your wife feels like she's number one. With that said, you cannot let the third girl feel neglected.
Absolutely.
It's this tricky thing.
I think the little things we've talked about is, guys, if you're in the bedroom, say you're fucking the third girl, you need to make sure little things, even like making eye contact with your woman.
Eye contact is probably the biggest
thing.
When
you're fucking the other girl, look at your woman and make sure she knows you're thinking about her while you're fucking this girl.
I think a really big key is to just say, babe, this is so hot what you're doing. You look so hot. You look so sexy.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
It's so important, guys, because what happens is in that moment, and it's natural and it should happen that your girl gets a little jealous. That's okay. But
I've heard that the jealousy aspect in a threesome is almost a turn on.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Which I could see.
Well, the whole thing about guys wanting to watch their girl fuck another girl in front of
another guy
in front of them.
Right.
We can talk about
We'll
that.
talk about it in a later episode.
But-
yes. The etiquette after the threesome.
Yes.
I think how you treat it after is almost more important post threesome.
I agree.
You need to bow down to your fucking girlfriend or wife.
Don't fuck it up.
You need, this girl just did this. Hopefully it wasn't just for you. Hopefully she was trying to explore it as well.
Yeah.
Girls, if you're feeling a little, bi or a little curious, threesome is a great way to go.
Boom.
With that said, the guy post threesome, the sleeping situation, that's a huge thing. I think you need to make boundaries before so you know what to expect.
For sure.
That we should have prefaced with that.
Yeah,
the boundaries.
You need to make boundaries beforehand, because what ends up happening is if you don't have these set plans, shit happens. You're all horny. This shit goes down, and then you're all in bed together. And then what? The side bitch is sleeping next to your man, and you're on the edge of the bed.
And
fuck that. Fuck you.
And maybe you're okay with that. Some girls are, but I think a lot of girls are like, see ya, babe. Thanks for
enjoy her
fun.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This makes me also think of, I'm sorry if I'm taking a little loop here, but when we're talking about threesomes, I know my one guy friend has never, so he said, I asked him if he's ever done a threesome, and he was like, no, I actually haven't. He's done one, but it's just been 2 guys, 1 girl. But he said he doesn't go for the 2 girls because he said it is so annoying how often girls fuck around and they tease you about a threesome and nasty shit like that, and they never follow through.
Oh my God. I could see that being the most annoying thing.
Girls, never be that girl that teases a guy and is like, oh my God, babe, like, do you want a threesome? Like, oh my God, I'm down for that shit. And then you're the girl that's never going to pull trigger and you're never going to follow through.
Right.
Absolutely be a little tease if you know you're about to get into the bedroom and do that shit. But if you're going to be a tease, don't do that. Don't become the girl that's known for being the annoying fucking bitch that's always telling the guy she's about to get down and she's never down for it.
Don't say shit for attention. It's not cute.
But what that just made me think of as I was talking about that was I just mentioned 2 guys and a girl. So he was telling me that he's done that before. I think, guys, if you're fucking with a really nasty girl, see how nasty she is, because I know some girls are down for this, and tell her, well, I'm going to be with my buddy tonight. Do you want to come around? He's down for some fun.
What are you telling guys right now? If you're fucking with a girl you think is nasty.
I'm not saying this is about to be a DP. I'm just saying there are some girls.
Threesomes with 2 guys don't necessarily have to be a DP.
Absolutely
you can Eiffel
not.
Tower.
Absolutely.
I don't know. Is it a DP though if it's in mouth and butt? I know DP.
What about mouth and just V? Cancel out the butt.
Cancel out the butt.
Alex.
Why would you cancel?
Never forget the butt. No, but guys, this is the thing I'm saying is, see how nasty she really is. Obviously ask her, like, would you be down for this? But he literally said there was a girl that was like, absolutely. They turned the lights down and one was in her mouth and one was in her V, and they had a great time.
Alex,
but that takes a certain type of guy.
Oh my God. A guy that can pull off a threesome with another guy, you have to be so comfortable with your sexuality, so confident in your sexuality.
When you're doing a DP, there is a potential that your wieners could absolutely collide and hit.
If it's in the butt and in the V, there's only like a little bit of skin that is like
separating them. So you could potentially hit penises, and it's like, whoa, we're crossing lanes here on the highway.
Guys need to really really be confident in their
So yeah,
shit.
if you're trying to fuck around with DPs, everyone listening that's like saying they want to try one, just know you could potentially be touching your wiener with another wiener, and just make sure you're down for it happening. Let's move on to questions.
Thank
because
you.
I
may die.
I may die. All right, let's talk about questions as we always make sure.
My favorite part.
Yeah, www.callherdaddy.com. Always write in every week, guys. We have some great stories this week, so this is the first one. What do I do when my girlfriend of 2.5 years wants to start wearing a condom again after a year and a half of not wearing one? She has been on birth control for 3 years, and I have never came inside her. Dude, she's fucking cheating on you.
Whoa. Whoa.
Dude.
I think there's two options. She's either full on cheating or she wants you to think she's cheating.
Yeah, dude, there's not, I mean, in a relationship for that long and out of nowhere, she's like, babe, can you whip on a condom?
Ooh, that would...
Let's call her daddy style for him, though.
Oh,
Crazy the crazy.
This is what you should do. You didn't ask us what you should do, but we're going to tell you.
Of course.
Out crazy the crazy. You know what you should do? You should say, babe, thank God that you brought up using a condom. I've been wanting to bring that up. I think I should wear a condom even when you suck my dick. Honestly. And also, I think we should start doing STD testing weekly. Thank God. We're on the same page. Love you, babe.
She's going to look at you and you're like,
throw
babe,
it back in her face.
condom when you suck my dick. She's going to be like, what the fuck is this bitch up to?
Just throw it back in her face.
Out crazy to crazy, but yeah,
Yes.
no, dude, your girl is probably absolutely cheating on you. Moving on. I'm sorry. We love you. Sophia, you're going to love this one. So I met a girl online and she told me to come over and fuck her. I went to her address and I called her and she said I could come in. It was a popular college neighborhood, so I figured I was good. I got there, I knocked on the door, she didn't answer, so I just walked in. Again, not a good idea, but I was kind of fucked up and I just went into the door. It was dark, no one was inside, and I figured I was about to die. Finally, I see the girl and I say, hi, and before I could say my name, she covered my mouth and she said, shut up. She took me to her room and she sat me down. I tried to ask her questions and she told me to shut the fuck up. She said, I don't care who you are. You don't care who I am. You can be whoever you want to be tonight. We fucked. It was the best fuck I've ever had. And then she kicked me out when it was over. Touche to her, but I am so shook from that shit. Oh my God.
That is the hottest thing I've ever heard.
I want to pull that shit.
Oh my God.
Just not in our apartment, but somewhere
That's
I can have
amazing.
a guy coming in and me being like, don't fucking talk, sit down and let's fuck and then leave.
That's actually best case scenario. Honestly. Unless you're a guy, because the girl will probably think you're about to kill her.
A girl can pull this shit, but if a guy was like,
No.
sit down and fuck me.
And
I'd be
we're in the dark and
Yeah, no.
don't make a sound. But for a girl, that is amazing.
That is
I want to
so
go home
savage.
tonight and do that.
And do that.
Pretty much.
Literally call a guy up and just pull that shit. That's
Wow.
amazing. I love that. Okay, next one is, I started talking to this guy who is super sweet and caring, but he isn't really my type looks-wise. I'm really nervous about what my friends are going to say about him. Oh my God.
Okay.
Why are girls like this?
First of all, if your friend's main concern is what the guy looks like, that is a huge red flag and your friends need to grow up.
Tell your friends he's got the biggest, baddest bomb dick in the game and you've never had better sex. Also, that was a joke, sort of. Also, tell them, like, I don't give a shit. He treats me like a fucking queen. Like, why do people really care that much?
That's the only thing that should matter.
bothers
I
me.
know if your friends are worried about what he looks like, your friends need to grow the fuck up.
Absolutely.
Goodbye.
Okay, I'm going to read this because I think girls, if you have it in you, you should low-key pull this because I think I want to pull this. A guy wrote in and said, a girl that I've been wanting to hook up with got on top of me and we started hooking up at this party. She's gyrating on my piece. Then she reaches down and starts choking me. And I mean both hands, eyes locked on mine while she is moaning, squeezing my throat. I honestly was kind of afraid, but mainly just curious and turned on. After 5 shallow breaths, my airways are totally shut and I'm starting to wonder if I'm going to get choked out here. Finally, I let myself relax, my eyes closed, and I let myself just feel in the moment. Then, at one point, she let go of my throat and her vagina tightened somehow. I came so fucking hard. Holy Christ. I felt like I was coming like a fire hose for 15 seconds straight, seeing stars, gasping for air, and my body was shivering. I just looked at her in amazement. She climbed off and just giggled, this adorable giggle, and she went to the bathroom to clean up. I sat there for a second wondering what the fuck just happened. Also was curious if I was going to have a kid coming in 9 months. Ladies, I'm still shook. I think I'm in love with her. I'm also fucking terrified of her. She won't tell me if she got plan B or if she's on birth control. What a hell of a night.
That is a daddy. That girl is daddy.
Legit.
She is daddy.
I want to try that. So, I mean, obviously, I've like done choking in the bedroom, but to the point where I see the guy's about to fucking pass out.
No, that's the thing. Like, guys will jack off and do it. It's like asphyxiation.
Right.
Something. I just totally fucked up that
shit
word.
Is like so hot, but the fact that she knew exactly the moment she clenched her vagina,
God.
she let go, all of his senses were like, what the fuck is going on?
I think when his face starts to turn purple is when you kind of release.
Okay, next one. So I was dating this guy. Oh my God, I fucking love this one. I was dating this guy who was an emotional basket case. One day, I ended things with him because I found out he was cheating on me. Classic. He got so worked up emotionally that he started bawling his eyes out and then proceeded to whip out his dick and jerk off in front of me while still crying and bawling his eyes out. Dude, he's like, nobody move. Nobody move. Yeah, I cheated on you, but I still love you, but I'm going to jack off and cry at the same time. I fucking love you. What? Can you all just sit there and close your eyes for a minute and picture you are breaking up with someone and they start crying and they start masturbating in front of you? What is going on? Daddy Gang, you are taking shit to another level.
I am so in love with this story. I want to meet this guy.
I want someone to do this in front of me. That's
Can you imagine if you were a girl and you just started, actually, I was going to say, imagine if you were a girl and started fingering yourself, the guy would probably be like, oh, you're forgiven.
That's true. When if a guy whips out his dick, he's like, babe, I fucking love you so much. And he's jacking off.
Yeah.
Okay, well, that story is definitely a daddy story. Let's finish it with sugar daddies because next week we are absolutely going to talk about sugar daddies.
Yeah.
This girl said, I had a sugar daddy who's literally old as shit. We used to just meet up for coffee and he'd give me $1,000 every single time.
Oh, damn.
Then he asked if I'd fuck him for $2,000 and I honestly felt comfortable with him. So I did it.
Oh, damn.
Okay. Then we started fucking on the reg and I had an ignorant amount of money. I was living lavish and I got comfortable. And then he ghosted me. I was so confused for a while and then my friend and I were hammered and I Googled him and he fucking died. I found his fucking obituary. Are you kidding me? Can you imagine fucking...
Oh my God.
All I have to say is, how old is this guy?
Wait, holy shit. I mean, if he just died unexpectedly or expectedly...
She was fucking like an 80-year-old. Props to you, girlfriend. I mean, I'm sure you're rich as fuck now. That's actually unbelievable.
That is an unbelievable story.
That is pretty unbelievable.
I feel like we have some great sugar daddy stories.
Not personally.
Confirmation.
So next week, we're going to be talking about sugar daddies as well as a couple other things. You know how we get into a daddy gang. But for this week, thank you so much for listening, guys.
Thank you so much, Daddy Gang. We love you.
You know it, every single fucking Wednesday.
Let's
we
go.
will see you next week. Thanks, guys.